Hi everybody, it's FIBO Group, and you're watching to the Market Watch review. The gloomy mood cast by yesterday's sharp decline in U.S. equities and Russia's decision to reduce gas supplies to Poland, Bulgaria, and other countries is reflected in the dollar is not affected. After falling to a 7-day low, the euro surpassed $1.06 and the greenback climbed against the yen. Except for China and Hong Kong, the major bourses of the Asia-Pacific region saw a more than 1% drop in their value. Europe's Stoxx 600 was lower, but it has since recovered with the help from materials, consumer discretionary, and energy sectors. Futures in the USA are stable. Before stabilizing, gold was sold to new lows of $1,887 for 2 months. The June WTI is still firm, but within a narrow range of yesterday's highs. Asian Pacific market. Australia's CPI grew 2.1% faster than expected, which is more than the 1.7% forecast. From 3.5%, the year-over-year pace was 5.1%. The Australian dollar recovered from $0.7120 to close to $0.7200, but it lost its upside momentum and fell to $0.7140. Today marked the beginning of two-day Bank of Japan meeting. Officials have not indicated any intention to alter their course. Many are worried that the weaker Japanese yen will reduce Japanese demand for treasuries. After falling a little below JPY 127, the dollar found a bid. It has already recovered above 128. Market of Europe. Russia insists on getting paid rubles to import its gas, while Europe insists that it pays in euros. Russia is delivering on its threats by announcing that it will cut off gas supplies to Bulgaria and Poland. The debate over freedom of speech in America is being sparked by Musk's leveraged purchase of Twitter. The European reaction is quite different. Musk is reminded by the Digital Services Act that Twitter must follow, regardless of who it owns. It requires platforms to moderate harmful and illegal content posted by their users. In early Europe, the euro dropped to $1.0585. Initial resistance can be seen at 1.0630, then 1.0660. Sterling's losses are also being extended. The sterling fell to $1.2535 before recovering to 1.2590 in Europe's morning. Market of America. The U.S. reports that mortgage applications have declined every week since January's end, with only one exception. The March pending home sales are expected to fall for the 5th consecutive month. Economists will use March inventories and the March trade deficit to help them finalize their first quarter GDP forecast before tomorrow's report. The risk-off attitude is now considered to be a negative for commodity currencies and commodities. Despite constructive macro considerations, the Canadian dollar has been affected by this period. Last week, the US dollar was at its lowest point near CAD 1.2460. Today, it is close to CAD 1.2850. That's all for me. Closely monitor the news background and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.